They told me if I'm killing it, I could go a bit longer. So if any of you guys are flatlining, please let Samson indulge on them. Okay, I'm horrible at taking selfies. I'm just horrible at taking photos. One time my buddy asked me to take a photo, and I'm not really good at taking it, so my first photo I get a double chin shot, like right here, you know, it's great. And they go, no, buddy, this is how you properly take it. They're showing me how to properly take a photo. I'm getting all excited, like, oh, okay, wow, that's real cool. Like that, real cool. I make that big. Now, I should, usually, you know, when you show your mom a photo, she'll sugarcoat it. She'll be like, oh, you're handsome, or oh, you know what, you could do a better picture. My mom looked at the photo for 10 seconds and went, ooh, that looks like a rape face. Now, that's not the worst thing she has said. I made the mistake of wearing a V-neck at Costco, and she said, she turns to me and goes, hey, son, you look like a well-endowed woman. So I didn't think my day would get any worse, so I get home, and I'm putting away the groceries, and I get a knock on the door. And I open it, and these two police officers are there, and they go, hello, ma'am. Now, I kind of got a little upset, and you know, I was thinking of some things that I could say, and I go, and they were doing their spiel, and I didn't hear the rest of it, because what I said was, I'm sorry, officers. This is not the place you're looking for. And they go, oh, I am so sorry, sir. And they walked away. So the moral of that story is, if you don't want the cops messing with you, give this gendered bio. Works every time. So this kind of work goes in my next bit. Man, this little crass humor, but you know, they go that. Fat lesbians give me hope that I could someday date a 10. Now, my qualifications are when I'm curvy in all the right places and I give good massages. But anyway, so that gets me into my next type of thing. The kind of girls I like, all right, are the goth catty girlies, okay? They do something to my little heart, okay? So this is how I feel a relationship would go. I have to get a little dressed up for this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Hello, my mistress of the night. Who's your kinky little slut? Wait a minute, you're cheating on me with God. How did you know I was into that? Now, if I do a character voice like this, I feel like I would not be the sexy vampire, okay? I would be the, what is his name? Igor. You know, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? 5 for $1? I don't know what I was doing with that. Is that anti-Semitic? I am gonna stop talking at that point. Sorry. A little crass, I'm a little risque. I'm wearing suspenders, there's not much I can do. I'm kind of sick, so I kind of got the flu. So recently, I kind of wear a face mask to keep everybody kind of safe. And I went to Midco, and I felt the 10-mile stares from old people. And I wanted to say, I'm trying to save you, you dumb fucks. I'm trying not to get you sick, okay? I don't know where that was going. I was going somewhere. The world may never know. So, I recently went to a party last week. Okay, I don't do parties a lot, and what inspired me to go to parties was to get some more homegirls in my life. That's how you know I'm white. I have to say homegirlies. Ooh, all right. Speaking of the light, I worked at a nursing home, and they get really depressing sometimes. One day we were at the food line, and I'm serving something, and this one lady goes, oh, Janice, you know her? She won't eat a meal tonight. She's dying. And she smiled and walked away. I laughed for 10 minutes and then cried all night on the way home. It was quite interesting. One time, okay, I'm a dishwasher there, or it was, and the lights went out. And when the power goes out, you gotta still do your job and stuff. And this one old guy with dementia walks in and goes, "Oh, hey, I'm going to go down to the back." So one of the caretakers was running in and was like, "Oh, hey, let's not do that, Bob. Let's go to the light, Bob." And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what he's looking for. Okay. That was a little zany. Keep one more. All right. So, being a little potato from small town Idaho, going to the big apple. Those are two vegetables, right? Yeah. So, a little fun fact is I'm Hispanic, okay? And I don't really tell everybody this because I'm more white than Hispanic. So when I was in the 3rd grade, I would say, "I'm a white Latino." And my parents got called to the office because my 3rd grade teacher thought I was having a racial identity crisis. But I wasn't. I was just trying to, because I'd have to put on the box that I'm white and Hispanic, so I'm like, white Latino. It just makes sense. Also, when my parents got called in the office, they were like, "You know your son has a lisp?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" "No, he doesn't." And my mom, to figure this out, goes, "Hey, Sam, how do you talk at school?" And I'm like, "Oh, I kind of talk like this, you know?" And she's like, "So how do you talk when you're at home?" I'm like, "Oh, I just talk like this, Mom." You know, it's great. So this whole time they thought I was a lispy kid having an identity crisis. Anyway, my family on my mom's side, they're like hillbillies. But my aunt decided to homeschool her kids, and you'd think it would be like the normal homeschool. But it was like, "Come here, Bethany, see your sister give birth. Live. In the birthing pool." And I was like, "Oh, thank God I got a normal education." All right. One time I went up to my cousins, and they were eating potatoes raw instead of fruit. They said they preferred raw potatoes over fruit. I thought that was wild, and then I don't remember they were homeschooled. Did you say that was cautious of them? Or could be. I mean, oh, yeah. Yeah, they were trying to recreate the potato famine in Ireland. That was their homeschool project. All right. Okay. Yeah. A little septic there. No, also what's sad is one of my cousins, they believe in not vaccinating their kids. And I had to, during the pandemic and stuff, I refused to go see them and stuff. Because they'd be like, "Huh, loser, he's wearing a mask." And I was like, "I'm doing this so I don't get sick, you dumb bastard." All right. And I know we were in Idaho, and the governor's like, we'll request masks for 2 weeks, and then fuck it after that. And I went, "Oh no, I'm going to be the crazy white kid hiding in his home, watching the news, going insane." Yeah, so my social skills kind of went out the window in that window of time. So that's why I do public speaking. I also wash dishes full time, so I'm going insane doing that full time. It's great. When does the funny start? I never know. I don't know. Thank you. I've always been like a show guy a little bit. I've always done like plays and drama stuff, but I never got into music theater stuff because when I tried music theater, there was this one kid, he was like, he would switch our clothes and he'd talk like this, and he'd be like, "I'm sorry, your shirt's messed up because you didn't hang it up correctly." I'm like, "Bitch, this is a small. I'm an extra large boy. I don't know how I'm fitting in this. We have a winky scene coming up, okay? I can't jitterbug in this. I'm gonna rip it, you know?" Yeah, the jitterbug dance, yeah. Well, this one play recently I did was a Scrooge play, and the pants, man, they do not make plus-size clothing in the theater thing when they're trying to be like period piece. So I'm bending down, picking up Scrooge's coffin, and my pants go. The moon was shining that day. Anyway, I suffer from butt crackinitis. This is Sammy D. Thank you for your time.